Time. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're going to continue to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are now on episode 69 of the series. And in the last episode, we saw some more things to do. We saw a lot more stuff happening in the Americas, where Panama is gone. And New Zealand is also gone. As well as Mesopotamia giving up some land. They kind of had a lot of land going up to here. Like, this is kind of what they look like. But they did give up a lot. And they released a Saudi Arabian country, Azerbaijani country, and a Turkish country. And this is their core territory, so yeah. Now, so since we're on episode 69 of this series, we have, oh, jeez. What in the... Sorry, I'm in the gym right now. So, take this. We already know this. That becomes a 6. This becomes 15. Well, if 9 plus 9 is 18, then subtract 3 from 18, that would be 15, so 9 plus 3 is 12. Plus 3 again, so I'm pretty sure, 1 second here, I always forget. Yeah, 6. We have 6 episodes remaining until World War VI. So, what is our first event of this episode? Well, we're actually gonna take a look at the nation of Baikal, which is based around this lake here. Guess I could call this like Mongolia instead, because this is in the Mongol region here. Mongolia is kind of like right here, but in this scenario they're more over here, and they have a coastline, not like a good coastline, because this is more frozen. Frozen? What? Frozen. Okay, what is happening over here? But yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at the Mongolians, where there's something interesting has happened. Now, they did gain land from... No, they didn't, actually. But they're kind of like too big for their own liking. So what they're gonna do is actually give up some territory as they're on the brink of collapse. Like, their stability is like very like low. It's kind of like in like their stability was at 100% before, but now it dropped to like 30% stability. That's a 70% drop of stability for them. So with that, they are gonna be giving up territory to their neighbors, which include India, Burma, the China Unitaria, Korea, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Iran, and whatever I called this country, I forgot. The like lavender kind of country, like a magenta, I think. That's more of a magenta. So let's see how this division will work. For India, who hasn't really expanded since forever, we're gonna see them like gain. Okay, we're gonna see them gain one province right here because, well, they don't want to expand too much. As for Burma, they'll just follow along here, taking at least a bit of land over here. Still following their original border. As for the provinces they took, here you go. As for China Unitaria, they'll follow along the border here, taking a these provinces are right here. For Korea, they're gonna follow along here, but they will take this province right here, but they'll also take a big chunk of land over to here. Which all of this is gonna go over to Korea, who is very big now. They are already pretty big now. They were already pretty big, but now they're even bigger. They already shared an island here. So it makes sense why they would choose to take this area. Well, it was kind of gifted to them by Mongolia here. So let's get the rest of the provinces. Not like that. The provinces do look weird because it's the shape. Plus, they might be a little bigger up north because there's not much population over here. It's kind of like in the middle of Siberia. As for like Pakistan, they will take over a majority of this right here. Also making sure they follow the border here. They will also take this area. For the provinces, it's very simple. This is one province, and this is a province surrounding this lake here. I think it's a lake. As for Iran, they'll follow along with the border and take over this land. Now, how many provinces is that? Well, that many. As for Russia here, Kazakhstan, they'll follow along with the border of Iran here, going along and taking a majority of this land right there. Now, what about the provinces they took? Well, there you go. They're a little bit smaller over here, like down here, but up here they'll get a little bit big. The farther we go up, the more, like, larger they'll get. That's because it's more, like, open. So not many people live there. So that's the provinces there. As for the magenta country, which I still don't know what to call it, we'll also follow along with the border here. Taking this land right here. As well as the rest of this island. And also this island here. And the provinces, yeah, there's only like a few provinces here. But, yeah. Now let's get their borders done with. Now let's fill all this in real quick. Kind of pretty long. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of chaos in here now. Sorry about that noise. But, yeah, that's just how this is. Here we go, here. Now, I am just gonna record this episode today. This will be the last, this will be, for, like, the school day, this will be the last episode of the school day. For the rest of the day, I'll get one more Civilization video uploaded. And maybe I might, and then I could, like, finish up with something else. Like, 2, like, videos for Benton Fusions, which, like, the fusion I'm doing is, like, topic and feedback, which I'm gonna do, like, him without him revealing the face, and then with the face. So, yeah. Those will be 2 separate videos, but 1 fusion. At least we're almost done here. Whoa. Oh my god, here we go. Okay, just like everyone here know, if the N word appears in the video, it's not me, it's just in the background noise. So, YouTube, if YouTube sees this video, just know that it's just the background noise. I don't know how to get rid of it right now. I'm giving everyone a heads up. Yeah, this is just gonna be a little chaotic. But trust me, it's gonna be this way for a while. Maybe I might record episode 70 today, like right after this. Cause that's gonna lead up to World War V. Not that way. I mean, World War VI is gonna take place after that, so. See how chaotic this is already? And there we go. That's all of the land they're gonna give up to their neighbors. Now, what about... So, let's see how their stability is doing. So, it was a 30% stability before. Let's see how they're doing now. Okay, they're in the middle, good stability and bad stability. So maybe if they release some countries, but now they're gonna try and like use the they're gonna use the money that they got from selling the land to like hopefully fix the problems, which I don't know what problems what other problems they could have other than their stability issues, but we'll see. Let's head over to America, the continent of America, both Americas. Like, okay, you get the point. So something is happening with, something is brewing within. There'll be a little something brewing within these two countries here. And what is that? What are they planning? I'm glad that you asked. Because as you can see, I selected Border's color. And you see I'm brightening up that color. Yeah, they're not going to be safe. These two countries are not safe. So Florida is beginning to enter into Carolina. I think I call this one like Missouri, or I think this one is Missouri, yeah. And they will just begin to and Florida will just begin to rapidly invade into them. They'll just keep on invading, but they'll also start an invasion into Missouri here. Now, what are they gonna do? Seems like they're offering up a deal to, like Ohio here. What are they doing? Oh. they're invading into Carolina too. So what? And they're also invading into Missouri. That's weird. I thought those two hated each other. I thought these two hated each other. Well, yes, but Florida went over to the Tweeter, Florida. Just went on a boat. Went on like a flight. He flew over. He landed in like the capital city. What? What the? He landed in the capital city. He was like, we don't want to attack you because this might just bring the Unitarians into the war and we'll lose again. So if you help us with these two countries we're trying to invade, we'll sign a non-aggression pact. Now, does Ohio trust Florida? No, but they'll do it anyway. So we see that Ohio is going to continue to invade into Carolina. Even Florida will get more and more close to their capital city, as the two will meet up around the capital city. And they begin to rapidly advance towards it. Now they're right outside of the gates of the capital city. Within like a few weeks, each side will continue to advance into the capital city, and they will take it. And now we're going to see Florida continuing their invasion into Missouri. Now going around here. And they are going to try and encircle the capital city, which the Ohioans will just keep on going down. And then the deal is made with Dakota. Weird. Now Dakota is invading into them. And now, and the capital gets taken by Florida. And both of these two countries will completely take them over. Let's look at it. Let's see what Mexico's doing. Oh, they're invading into Baja. They're invading into the Baja, California. That's what I'm calling this country. They also make a naval landing down here. Oh crap. Another deal was made, and now Cascadia is invading into Baja, California. Now, why are they doing this right now? Well, you see, the leader of Mexico went over to Cascadia and was like, if we are at war with someone and we accidentally attack you, you'll bring the Unitarians into the war, and we don't want that, so let's sign a non-aggression pact. Yeah, that's what happened. And with this, Baja California will be defeated by Mexican and Cascadian forces. And now we can take a look at these peace treaties. So it's actually first go to the Mexicans. So they'll divide this up like right to here. They'll gain this province, this island here. They'll also gain the capital area. And that's what they'll take. Now if we look at the provinces, here's their the capital province, and there's just a few here. As for Cascadia, they'll gain this land right over here. And they get 2 provinces here. As for Florida, they'll be gaining. They'll go along here. They'll follow along with this border here, taking this little area. And they'll take over a large portion of this country over here, including the capital province, which looks something like that. And then these are the provinces, other provinces in this country. And here's the provinces of Carolina. I like doing this now because it's easier to show what each country has took it. As for Ohio, well, it's very simple. They'll take over this area, including the capital of this country. They'll follow along with the border here, taking all of this. As for the provinces, can't forget about this capital province here. And yeah, those are all the provinces they took. Yeah, this is chaotic, by the way. And here is Dakotas. They only get 1 province. So as you can see, the border went like this. For this country, that's what they looked like. And Carolina was like, had all this. This was the border. These were the borders here. That's for Baja California. These are the borders. So yeah. Okay, Jesus. Anyway, trying to just fill all this in real quick. See, why is that alarm going off? Is someone else open the door and okay. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do something a little interesting. I'm going to show what a non-aggression pact will look like. I'll show you what I'll use to represent that. Now let's just get all this real quick. Anyway, Florida is just gonna take all of this. So yeah. There's Florida. Let's get the color real quick, because that's gonna be more easy. Sorry about that noise, and someone had opened the door and someone had to come in and scold them. Like how their parents would scold them if they did something wrong. If they got into trouble. I was just making that an example. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know why I said that. Anyway. Anyway, this is all. There's the invasion. Mexico almost looks like our Mexico, but they're kind of missing like all of this. Like, kind of like this. And they did have some land here, so kind of looks like Mexico, but not really. Now let's get our defensive pact over here. That is signed. So the defensive, well, actually a non-aggression pact. So make it red as to symbolize there's no aggression. We'll put it like near the sea, the like territorial borders of in the water. So we'll put like this symbol here, like, and this one here. Now these two don't have a non-aggression pact. They just were like, let me grab some of that. So yeah. And that's about it for this episode. Let's look at one last thing before we go. And this event will be the unification of India and Burma. They will reunite them together to form the Indian Union, the South Asian Union, between the two. Anyone is welcome to join this union. Now they will adopt like some like principles of the Unitarians, but they're not full-on Unitarian. So you know what I'm gonna do? You already know what's gonna happen. Actually, you know what? Oh no. You know what we're gonna do here. You can barely even see it. Go past the... Right. Just do that. And we'll get this over here. No. There we go. And we'll grab this for the union between the two. So of course we're gonna have to get everything here. This is gonna be a pain in... Actually, I think I'll make this more purplish. More of a purplish color to represent the union. No, not that kind of purple. This purple. That looks way better. So, where would the capital be in the union? Between the two? Well, it's gonna be mostly centered. Like, maybe it will be, like, right in on the border here. First, we must go ahead and get all these islands done with. Now, these guys are still a democracy. Because both of the countries were democracies at this point, so it's still 5, but now it must be down to 4. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of stuff here. Now, I'm pretty sure now this country will control trade that goes through over here. But yeah, we're just gonna get this done with here. This is a... Okay, let's like get like a border region here so we can get the capital city. It's almost is too similar with Pakistan, but we'll get our border region real quick so we can find out where we would put our capital city, where they would put their new capital city. So we're just gonna quickly fill all it in. Fill it all in real quick. Like, go along the border real quick, just so you know where we are going. At long last, both countries have reunited in together. Which this was a long time coming, but this was gonna happen eventually. I just didn't know when. Of course, we're gonna thicken this up here. We're just gonna get this done real quick. Now, I did do this just to make this easier to fill in. This just makes it more and more easy to fill this in. This is a long episode. It's almost an hour long. Because these areas are slowly getting developed, getting unified into one, so that's why this is taking a lot more long. Because this is actually what is happening. These areas are getting put into this union like slowly but surely, because this took years, like a long time. Like ever since like these two were separate, they've been like a little distant, but sometimes, but at some point they grew more close. And this plan has been in motion for a while now. like, ever since, like, World War III, they've been wanting to do this, but a lot of stuff has happened, so they had to delay this. But now is as good of a time as any, so they'll put their capital right there. That's just where the Union will take. Wait, that's where both governments, both of these governments will go back here, combine into one. So yeah. So that's what is gonna happen. And of course, we're gonna have to fill all this in real quick. I would like reinforce it, but that's too much to do. Actually, yes, I'll do it. It just makes my job easier. Let's do the same thing over here real quick, just so we know what we're doing. Now, the people of these two countries were in support of the union between the two, but ever since like after World War III, a lot has happened that the process couldn't actually start until now. Plus, with the alien invasion, it also was delayed longer. So a lot happened. So for the delay, but it finally has come. And with it, both countries integrate their economies back together. And their military and their governments were similar, so they integrated everything back together the way it was before. But this time with new governments, because they were both like monarchies. Well, at first they were theocratic, then they became monarchies. And then they became constitutional monarchies. And eventually they both became full-on democracies. And, basically, they just needed the time to finish their... But yeah, both countries were planning this after they became democracies, and plus after the Third World War, from this country right here, who is now a full-on democracy, that they are going to they were planning on uniting, but a lot of stuff happened, like the reemergence of fascism and communism and all kinds of stuff. There were so many world wars in between and so many wars around them that it was a little risky to unite, because the world might react a little aggressively, but now the world is focused on the radicalism of everything. Technically, the communist powers and the democracies and the Unitarians are all friendly with each other. They don't like the fascists because they don't trust them. The fascists are more distrustful because, well, you know. Yeah, this episode, it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun to do it. Say goodbye to the both of their former capitals, because now they have a new capital, right where the border used to be between the two. They are full-on united, as it was before. Well, they weren't this big before, but still. Because the blue team was Burma was a part of India at one point. Like when India first appeared, they expanded quite a bit, but Burma broke away after they wanted separate. They wanted to be separate from India because of their quickly expanding policies. Because people don't like governments that choose to expand rapidly that fast. So India has learned a lot from that. So that's why these two have finally united back together. Plus, that was like a theocratic government plus monarchy. Like a theocratic monarchy. That's basically what India was when they first became a thing. Because they were focused on, developing as a country. Not focusing on their people. Because their country comes first. But, yeah. And now we finally have our first official union between two, ancient countries that have been here since the beginning. Except for Liberia. They're no longer with us. The aliens did a number on them. The meteors that hit did a number on them, plus the aliens. They couldn't be revived. So, yeah. Now, let's get rid of this. Because this number is, changing. And that's gonna do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in episode 70. 5 more episodes until the 6th World War. Goodbye.